Okay, distance learners. Good news or bad news? I don't know. The good news is everybody in here is going to tell you about their invention.
No, nothing to, no.
The bad news is you can't because we're not live.
No, that's good.
Oh, that means I'm going back to distance.
Okay?
Like right now.
So we'll just have the person come up here so they can show you the poster.
Can they just say what theirs is?
Since you can't come up to school and see the posters, everybody else could see them. So you're going to show it into the camera. Get close enough where they can see it here. Okay?
Do we like have to then talk about it?
Okay?
Yeah, it's
Yeah, you can tell us what your invention is, how it works, and what it does.
No.
no, thank you, no, thank you, no, thank you.
Yeah, like can we just put it on the
Yeah.
hallway?
So everyone else can read them and you can bring them down there and show them.
I'll even do that for you.
Did you hear what I said? What are we doing?
Hanging up on the wall outside.
It wasn't a multiple choice thing.
Like you
When
have-
we are done doing that for the distance learners, then we're going to put them loops on it and put them on the hallway. Okay? Let's start on this side.
Good.
Line up over here. Come on up, Mikey, Gianna, Ben.
If you're lining up here, that's something.
This is not a polished presentation. It's just like you probably told some of your friends what you invented. How many did that already?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and all my
So
friends
just
named
pretend the
one.
camera's one of your friends and you're telling them.
Nobody pays attention to
Goodbye, Ben.
Go ahead.
You didn't want to
Show
fight
them the picture.
Okay.
You didn't want to fight with you.
Camera's over here,
I
not
can
here.
hear you.
There's the camera.
I liked it.
Okay.
Listen up. You gotta be quiet, though.
The invention I chose was a self-writing pencil, and it connects to your voice, and you download an app to make it the font you want, and you can get it for $100. And lead costs $20 for normal black, and $25 for the rainbow.
What does it do?
It writes anything you want it to, and it connects to your voice. So whenever you speak to it, it writes what you want it to write.
Okay, Ben. Let's get up closer. You guys line up here too so we're faster.
I made the
I love it, Gianna.
self-cleaning
Everyone needs to be
toilet.
quiet so they can hear.
So usually nowadays you just have to clean the toilet by hand with a toilet brush, but with this you just have to click a button. Is that right there? Yeah, it's right there. And it starts. It folds inside the toilet. You don't have to clip it on. You can get it installed in the toilet you have already. It's only $150 plus tax.
That's good enough.
Okay.
Next.
Go. No, go.
Alright, so my invention is a memory watch. What basically does is like it saves all of your memories onto a already installed app on the watch, and gets $269.99, and yeah, that's what it does.
So get up.
I did it's like a left-handed whiteboard marker so that you don't smear it when you are writing for the left-handed people, because I know what it's like. So yeah, and then it comes with an eraser that gets it off, and then it's $5. So yeah.
Okay.
My invention is a water-powered car, and it basically is a car that runs on water.
Okay, next.
My invention is a
pencil sharpener with built-in pen ink and pencil lead. It has 2 wing compartments when they drop down to replace your pen ink or lead. The disadvantages are that you have to hold it over a trash can, and you have to take all the stuff manually, and its advantages are that it's 3-in-1. It costs $25.
Okay.
Sorry, Carol.
Okay, mine is called the Vroom Vroom.
Gotta help me with the name.
Basically, in your car, the floor like slides apart and all the crumbs will fall out. You don't have to vacuum your car. A disadvantage is anything else on your car floor will also fall out. You cannot drive with it open, and if it senses anything in the way of closing, it won't close. It will cost about $250 to get installed in your car.
Okay, next.
I have an automatic sled. Basically, it's a sled with a motor, and so it can bring you up the hill, so you don't need to walk. It comes at $39.99 because you don't need to use your legs.
Yay, it's me. Hi. Mine is a shower that can squeegee itself and has a built-in speaker. And if you press a button on a built-in touchscreen, the squeegee will come down and up as many times as you want it to. And then it can choose from Apple Music or Spotify, and you can play any music you want. And it costs $1,999.
Mine is the silent coffee machine, and basically what it does is if when you swallow the coughing pill, people won't be able to hear you cough. And how it works is after you swallow the pill, it takes about 3 minutes to work. And for a pack of 15 pills inside, it's $30. And the advantages is prevents people from hearing you cough, and it's very healthy for you. Disadvantages, after you swallow the pill, it'll take about 3 minutes for it to work.
My invention is energy ice cream and sorbet. It comes in lots of different flavors, and it starts working in 15 minutes, and it's $4. And if you're dairy free, you can get the sorbet, so because it doesn't have dairy in it. And some disadvantages are it has a lot of sugar in it, and you might throw up if you eat too much. And some advantages are that it's dairy free. Hi guys, my invention is the wishing pill. It's a little yellow pill that allows you to do things that you can't normally do. And so you just take the pill and then you say one wish, and it pretty much grants it for only an hour. And then the advantages are it allows you to do things that are pretty cool. And then the disadvantages are if you have more than 3 pills in a day, you'll get very sick. It comes out to about $6.30 for a pack of 10. And yeah.
Alright, my invention is the portafort. It's a portable camping device that you can use if you having trouble camping. Maybe it's raining and you're sliding around the mud, or you open up the bag, you have no idea what to do. There's an app that comes with it, and you can customize the device through it. And so you basically just throw it at the ground, and you can press OK or reposition, and then it will set up the tent in 2 minutes. And price is $1,000. And some disadvantages would be if you have very poor Wi-Fi to set up the device, or an advantage would be it's very portable and convenient. But yeah.
I did a drone that can carry and grab things for you. It's activated by voice commands, and some advantages and disadvantages are that it's easy to bring with you, but it can't get wet, and then it costs $65.
Okay. Mine's earrings with like a GoPro and like an alert button, so like the advantages are that it can capture things, but the disadvantages are that it could die in the middle of catching something, and it costs $150.
And Chase's is the ultimate rebounding machine. So basically it has bars that come out and digitally shoots the ball back to you if you put it in the hoop. And Maddie's is the Plas electricity, which basically you feed it plastic bags into this, and then you can produce energy from it to help pollution. So some great ideas. Some of you, I think, the cost were a little lower, I think, than your technology would show. But overall, they were very good. Okay, like the creativity. So let's put our loops on them. Who made extra loops for?
There was blood. Feel out.
Bella, did you make extra loops? You wanted to? Put loops on that one.
Thank you so much, Deanna.
Stop. Well, I'm spending $1,000 in a portafort.
Joey, I didn't see your invention.
I know. Because I like just
Let me read your
ask if you want to like see it.
I would use your card. How much is it? $100?
I do, so put yours on my desk. Okay. These two rows. That was me.
Well, I'm spending
I would buy the wish pill because that's pretty cool. You have to plug in the toilet.
It doesn't give us any.
Get the plug in.
Yeah,
you should pay for it to be
Okay, Grace's invention was kind of off something else, but you could
Yes, but you have to plug in the toilet still.
Yeah, it came with an app.
Like you have to plug in the electronics which are connected to the toilet.
Well, if you don't have a toilet, you could just get a billion food to do it for you.
Yours is good.
$5.
Are we gonna focus on the wall or not?
Yeah, go.
No, yeah, he didn't take you out, you didn't laugh. No, you know what you're doing then? You're stopping it by squeezing the cream pressure and sucking the blood from it.
Yeah, I know. I'm just pushing.
I'm not sure what
No, but if you squeeze it, it's stopping blood from coming
So
through.
if I go like this, it'll
It's below your heart. It's above and it's on the blood. If you want it to be like this.
So
You may not hit this. Maybe you didn't.
Hey, online schoolers. I guess.
No, I have a panda. I have a panda and I'm not afraid to use the panda. Because it's a panda.
Wait, can I actually go like
No, I'm not. Mine is very. I need mine.
Go steps.
Okay, sit down.
Hello, I have a pen now. Oh my gosh, I got the pen.
God is good all the time.
God is good.
Now, last week on Tuesday, we talked old immigration and new immigration. And how do you know the difference? Okay? Old immigration is before 1890. So new immigration is what?
Newer.
After 1890. Okay? So old immigration is primarily from Northern and Western Europe. And new immigration is primarily from Southern and Eastern Europe. So what would be some of these countries? I guess I shouldn't ask that because people are struggling to know where these countries are. United Kingdom, Great Britain is from old immigration. Although United Kingdom is both. It continued massive immigration from the United Kingdom or their colonies, okay? But countries like Ireland and Sweden, the Scandinavian countries, Sweden and Norway, okay? Finland. Over here is countries like Italy and Russia or Austria. Now, this is important is because in public opinion, which was more popular with the public? Old immigration was more popular. Why?
Because it was older. No, newer. It was newer.
Because what started to happen is this thing which is called nativism. Or sometimes it's caused by xenophobia. Phobia just means what?
Afraid of something.
So if you're afraid of something, xenophobia basically is afraid of anything new immigrants. You're afraid of that, which creates nativism, which is prejudice towards immigrants. And it's kind of ironic. Why?
Because they were immigrants.
Because everybody in the United States is an immigrant except for who? Except for Native
Wait,
Americans.
I thought Native Americans were immigrants though, since they came to America.
As far as when America was America, no. Okay? So these are going to continue throughout history. Today we have it's primarily toward who? Where do we see this today? Throughout history they had what became known as quotas or exclusion acts. Okay? A quota means what? Who knows what a quota is? A quota is like a number. Once you reach that number, what? So if I have a quota, once you reach this number, nobody else can get in. So if immigration quotas, in business there's quotas, and those are things that you have to meet. So if I'm working in a factory and I have a quota, that means what?
That's what I should.
You have to make a certain amount of product.
Okay, I have to make a certain amount of these products that going through the factory. That's not the same as an immigration quota. Because in a factory quota, you're trying to what? You're trying to get past the number. Immigration, is if you get to that number, they're not gonna let any more in from that country. And the major place, where did they have quotas for, do you know?
California.
It was because of what was happening in California, but countries from Asia, particularly China, okay, they passed quotas. So quotas tied in with exclusion. Exclusion means what? If you exclude, that means what? You're not letting them in, okay? Even though our history is a history of immigration. In fact, what's the nickname sometimes given to the United States?
Immigrant country.
Sometimes the United States has been called this. A melting pot. What do they do with the melting pot?
Throw it away.
Melt.
Throw it away.
Light melt.
It pretty much does what it says. So
Melts
you
the pot.
heat up a pot and you throw stuff in it until what? It melts.
It combines.
Okay, and combines together. So that's what the idea of the melting pot name for the United States is. So we're gonna throw people in from all over the place. You put them in this big pot and what do they come out as?
American.
Americans. Now, is that true?
No.
Kind of.
So maybe a little, but we have places, when immigrants, we're gonna find out in this chapter, when immigrants came and settled, where did they settle? They settled in their own neighborhoods. They set up shops in their own neighborhoods. What language did they speak?
Different.
The language of their country, not what language? English. One of the reasons old immigration was less prejudiced toward old immigration is because the culture of old immigration was what?
Different.
What's closer to whose culture?
French. Spain.
To the U.S. culture.
Okay.
If it's like your culture, then it's not different, and you're not going to be what? You're not going to be afraid of it. Okay? When people are fearful, they do things that are mean, or prejudice, or discriminatory. They do it out of fear. And we know that, what's the cause of prejudice? We had this, right?
Oh yeah, there's 6 things.
What's the cause of it?
Judgment.
Believing.
Okay, the cause of it is
Ignorance. Ignorance.
ignorance, which means what?
You're stupid.
Not stupid, not
You're not acknowledging
You
it.
lack knowledge.
I'm
So in other words, I don't know about this other country, this language that they're speaking. So it makes me frightened, so I discriminate or I'm prejudiced toward them. That has been part of the history of the United States. Even though we are a country of immigrants, we're going to show you a couple videos today that show that. Okay? How our country comes in. And so you distance learners at home, that you can just click on those links and watch them yourself. And then you can do the section worksheets that some of us here got already. If you didn't get it, we're going to pass them out later. Okay?